An open letter to the President, Board of Trustees, and community of Marist College. I recently completed my first semester of teaching at Marist. I'm an affiliate professor teaching in the biology department. Since 2004, I have been an affiliate professor at 6 different colleges out of necessity, including Marist. My faculty as well as student evaluations have been quite positive. Students often citing the high degree of difficulty of my courses, complemented by my care, concern, and availability to help students succeed in any way I know how. Quote, "You've created a great environment for learning, and this is one of the best classes I've ever had at Marist. Thank you," wrote one Marist senior on his final exam. My department chairs at multiple schools all attest to my excellence in teaching, clarity of instruction, passion for my subject matter, and somewhat Socratic teaching method, especially with an advanced anatomy, physiology, and cadaver labs that make my classrooms a great place where good learning outcomes typically happen. In short, I'm the type of professor Marist should be doing their utmost to nurture and retain. Instead, I fall into the anonymous pool of adjuncts, as do over 70% of the faculty of this college, undervalued and ever so vastly underpaid. I will, however, compliment my department chair and dean of school in that both men have been gracious and helpful to me at every turn. I will also say that I have found the vast majority of Marist students to be mature and motivated learners. That notwithstanding, in its defense, Marist is doing what the vast majority of private four-year colleges nationwide is doing and have been doing for nearly 20 years. Charge as high a tuition as the marketplace will bear. Trumpet its excellence in a never-ending stream of press releases from the Public Affairs Department, quote, "Marist, one of the best 373 colleges in the United States," unquote. Build bigger and better facilities on campus. Bloat your administration with every expanding multitude of conceivable and inconceivable services not directly related to actual classroom teaching. Pay the select group of higher-ups, president, vice president, and maybe a few IT guys, a salary double what regularly appointed faculty make, and then feed crumbs, literally crumbs, to the affiliates, whom comprise the vast majority of your faculty. And it typically is even worse at two-year institutions and publicly funded state schools. Oh wait, SUNY pays their affiliates far more than what Marist pays theirs. Cancel that. Folks, it's called the gutting of higher education in America. And Marist is the worst offender I have encountered in my nearly 7 years of teaching at the college level. Are you listening, U.S. News and World Report? The Marist brothers would be turning in their graves to see how the leaders of their dearly beloved institution are running things today. The affiliates, the backbone of Marist faculty, are the academic equivalent of day laborers. They work non-unionized, non-benefited, at-will jobs without any form of job security, able to be terminated without prior or just cause. They sweat the uncertainties of ever-shifting course assignments, living in limbo semester to semester, their work capped at a ridiculously low number of semester hours, teaching assignments disappearing with regularity when the enrollment numbers slip. Even if they could work a full-time schedule, which they can't, at our current pay rate, their total gross salary would be $19,200 per year. Let me repeat, $19,200 per year before taxes. Train conductors punching tickets, a job that may one day become automated, earn nearly $40,000, $50,000, even $60,000 per annum with seniority. Sanitation workers earn nearly as much, and their jobs are secure and benefited. Plus, train conductors and sanitation workers earn cost of living increases and other raises in pay. Affiliate professors at Marist, having the required master's and in some cases doctoral degrees needed to teach, do not receive benefits, never earn cost of living increases, never have their pay raised. In fact, if one factors in the cost of inflation over the years, their pay has been cut repeatedly, and at present make only $2,400 per class. Am I the only one disgusted, appalled, enraged by this unforgivable situation? And if so, why am I the only one courageous enough to speak out against it? The only reason this isn't illegal is that affiliates are by and large a gutless, spineless lot who willingly and literally sign off on their own indentured servitude. No one is forcing us to accept the contracts that Marist offers. I can't imagine medical professionals accepting peanuts to perform their duties. More tellingly, I can't imagine hospital administration daring to offer staff MD, surgeon, $300 per operation, no benefits. Is our worth really only 1/3 that of a train conductor or garbage man? It is to Marist officials at the highest level. Well, excuse me, I beg to differ. The only way the system will change will be its forcible overthrow. Trust me on this. I've lived through three separate campuses, separate campus climate surveys conducted by in-house auditors, from the departments of sociology to the offices of institutional advancement, as well as outside consultants brought in by the presidents, vice presidents, and other ilk at these institutions. What happens? Well, widespread discontent is found, if the survey is conducted anonymously, among both full-time and affiliate faculty. Surprise, surprise. Concerning both wages and teaching conditions. The metrics curiously moderate the closer the relationship between the assessing body, at times an outsourced entity afraid to speak the truth to the hand that feeds it, and the campus fat cats. The findings invariably are sugar-coated, with the admission from on high that all is not well in the ivory tower. A call to action is initiated, committees form, dialogue ensues, promises are made, and the talk continues and continues and continues and continues. Weeks turn into months, turn into years. The full-timers may be granted a minuscule cost of living increase. The affiliates, the vast majority of college teachers educating the students on campus, are pretty much shit out of luck. Too bad, end of story. Apologies for the expletive. This business model is corporatism at its utmost worst. The calculated economic strangulation of affiliate professors, to say nothing of the shabby salaries full-timers make, is reprehensible, immoral, and indefensible. It's an abomination. It is the naked greed of those on top with power choosing to enrich themselves as well as misappropriate funds on non-essential institutional services at the expense of those who really are the heart and soul of any college. They'll proffer lip service to valuing educators. You'd be a total moron to believe them. You'll be feted with a few campus-wide events per semester on the college's dime celebrating your service, read submission. You'll get a birthday card in your affiliate mail slot. All these gestures are nice, but ultimately ring hollow. Bread and circuses are not what we need. A fair and just salary is. Memo to students and parents concerning the haves and have-nots financially, Marist is a teetering house of cards. The powers that be have chosen to eviscerate college teaching as an honest, secure, and fairly remunerated profession. They consistently and predictably attain new heights in Orwellian doublespeak, the pinnacle coming when teaching at an out-of-state school. I was solicited by the president of that college imploring me to, quote, demonstrate my commitment to the institution, unquote, by making a voluntary monetary contribution to it. Folks, this is how far removed from reality your academic leaders truly are. And in fact, Marist itself solicited me last week in the very same manner. Why would I expect them to be any different? Something is rotten in higher education. Something is decidedly rotten on the east side of the Hudson River. This putrescence will only intensify the longer it remains unchallenged. I suppose I should give Dr. Dennis Murray and company the chance to remedy the situation. After all, he cares about gay college students harassed to death on the internet. He cares about our veterans. He cares about expunging all forms of discrimination on campus. But does he really care about affiliate faculty? No. If he did, we'd be earning salaries at least commensurate with blue-collar workers, to say nothing of affiliates at SUNY, or Bard, or Vassar, to which Marist fancifully compares itself. The action plan could entail the following. Every single existing affiliate faculty member at Marist should withhold their signature from next semester's contracts. Make it known that the only way anyone will agree to teach at Marist as an affiliate is if their salary doubled immediately, at minimum. Better yet, force administration to get rid of affiliatedom, its very existence a selfishly contrived upper management maneuver, and hire us as full-time benefited professors. As Marist takes FAFSA money from the government, they must offer courses to students. It would be nearly impossible for Marist to hire an entirely new complement of affiliate professors in such a short period of time. Marist would be in contempt of federal law as enforced by the Department of Education and the U.S. Department of Justice. Publicize our our plight. Don't accept slave wages willingly. Put up a fight, picket, unionize, call the press and media. Get bloggers to write about the struggle for fairness and equality. Involve Marist students, Marist parents, Marist tuition payers, and other stakeholders in the educational arena. Encourage full-time faculty to join in protest and fight for themselves as well. Have a campus teach-in on the horrors of corporate capitalism, education style. Let your students know about the repugnant and heinous exploitation of affiliates. College students are notoriously sympathetic to injustice and will mobilize to fight for the underdog, in this case, their very own professors, with whom they doubtlessly will identify. I mean, think about it. If students at Columbia University could force administration to divest themselves of holdings in apartheid-era South Africa, think what concentrated effect Marist students, parents, and professors may have on administration at the highest levels of this college to more equitably redistribute the resources of this institution. This battle will be won. It may not be won in a year, a few years, or even a decade, but it will be won. The turning point in the tide against corporatism in higher education has already happened at the secondary level in public school education in New York City, of all places. The Equity Project Charter School pays its teachers $125,000 a year. There is no educational bureaucracy. There's no assistant principal, no outsourcing of anything. The head of school earns less than the teachers. Dr. Murray, are you listening? And they do this only with the public monies with which the school is funded. In short, make a stand for yourself. Do something for which your fellow college professors and students would really be proud of you. Yeah, even that slacker kid in the back row, texting, playing video games on his laptop in your class might take notice. Wake the hell up, for God's sakes, we're college teachers. We're professors, albeit with salaries lowlier than street sweepers. Act on what that most ample brain of yours is telling, nay, screaming at you. Stop being sheeple. Do not accept the abusive status quo. Or shut your mouth, remain docile and supine, play dumb, ignorant, and continue applauding the emperor's clothes. That's what they're banking on, pun intended. Depending upon your generation, this is your very own Tiananmen or Tahrir Square moment. I've stopped the tanks. The choice is now yours. Won't you join me in throwing off our chains? With solidarity, we can make history for affiliate college professors everywhere, putting Marist and every other exploitative collegiate institution into the national spotlight of shame. I'm Jeffrey Wolf, and I hope you've enjoyed and will act upon this message. Thank you.